Alrighty, Roo, and cuckoo-ca-choo to you and all my nobodies not watching out there. Let's see how this turns. I got my poem done and kind of just kept going. I should have stopped, but I guess I didn't because the poem didn't take that long. I don't know. I don't know what I was thinking. Doesn't really matter. Out of nowhere, something smacks Sayori in the face and tumbles onto the desk. Plat. Ow. What was... a cookie? Sure enough, it's a giant cookie wrapped in plastic. I mean, you got your snack. It was chucked at you, but Sayori glances around. Is it a miracle? It's because I paid my restitution? That's, no. Retribution. Actually, that one almost worked. Like, that was closer. I was just gonna give it to you, but then I heard you blab about the cupcakes. So I chucked it like a ninja star at your face. It was totally worth seeing your reaction, though, huh? Natsuki, did you or did you not get your cookie? And did you or did you not manipulate the situation so that you could get somebody to make cupcakes so that you could follow through on pressuring me to be here? I'm not saying it didn't work out in everybody's favor. I'm just saying, a little conniving. You know? That's so nice of you! I didn't even wait to see what she was going to say. She's just happy. Like, it doesn't matter. I'm so happy! Doesn't phase her at all to cookie to the face. Just... whap. Just, no, it's all good. I got a cookie. I don't know what you guys are upset about. Sarah hugs the cookie. She does enjoy the hugging of inanimate objects. You know, my poem, a cookie. Sure, there'll be more. Jeez, just eat it. Eat it! Eat it! Put it in your mouth and feed it. Anyway, Sayori rapidly tears open the wrapper and takes a big bite. I hope it's a good cookie, because now I'm worried that nah, it should be fine. So good. Sayori suddenly clasps her hand over her mouth. I bit my tongue. I mean, that's all on you. You're going through a lot over just one cookie. Natsuki takes a bite of her own cookie. Yours looks really good too, Natsuki. Seriously? Are you serious right now? Are you... my respect level for you is dropping. I was trying to give you the benefit of the doubt, girl. And it's just like... I mean, maybe this is a metabolism thing, but damn. You just got a cookie. You weren't even upset about taking it to the face. You got a cookie, and now you're like... But your cookie looks good, too. It's like, you got your cookie. You were gifted a cookie. Can I try it? Is it a different type of cookie? It's probably... Did she make many different types of cookies? That's not normally how people do it. Usually you make a batch of the same, right? Unless she purchased them. It's wrapped in plastic, but that doesn't mean anything. She could have done that at home. She likes to bake. Why would she buy cookies if she's good at doing that? Can I try it? Jeez. Beggars can't be choosers. Well, maybe they are different, but yours is okay. So it does seem as though they are actually different. Which, okay, I guess that's happening. Yeah, why do you think I gave you that one? It was oatmeal raisin. Fine. Still, I am really happy that you shared this one with me. Sarah gets out of her seat and goes behind Natsuki, then wraps her arms around her. Aww. Cute little shortest girls in the room. Petite hug. Ah, jeez. I get it. Cookie still in hand, Natsuki reaches to nudge Sayori off of her. I feel like it's gonna take more than a nudge unless she just allows it to. You bit her cookie while you were hugging her, didn't you? Sayori suddenly leans down and takes a bite out of Natsuki's cookie. Yeah. Yep. I don't trust you as much as I did before. This has been very revealing. Hey! Did you seriously just do that? Like, what the actual fuck, dude? I gave you a cookie. It wasn't... Like, look. You had 0 cookie. You had 0 money. I gave you cookie. Biting my cookie? Not cool. And mouthfuls. Sayori trots away to safety. Okay, that's what happened. I mean, I guess, like, in an anime, this would look... It would seem a lot more normal. Because, like, the animation could make it seem normal. But seeing it, like, not properly animated, just, like, still frame sort of basic movement, and having to read it, it comes off as different. Just like seeing live action, you could see the same scene, exactly the same in live action, as opposed to anime or animation. And it could very much be like, oh, it has a different feel to it. Yuri and I laugh as well. Well, you go ahead and chase her. Or don't. I don't know. I mean, were you gonna eat the entire cookie? Were you gonna eat 2? Did you plan for this? Who knows? These are things that will not be answered. Jeez, you're such a kid sometimes. Monica, can you tell Sayori? Natsuki glances around. Monica isn't in the club room. Ugh. Where's Monica anyway? Good question. Have any of you heard anything about her being late today? Not me. Yeah, I haven't either. That's a bit unusual. I hope she's okay. Of course she's okay. She probably just had something to do today. She's pretty popular after all. You don't think she has a... I wouldn't be surprised. She's probably more desirable than all of us combined. I'll take... That's not how math works for 300, Alex. I guess I'll give each of you 100 just to be like that. But... And, I mean, what are you guys gonna like? Do like some sort of weird... Nope. Like some sort of weird... Nope, I'm gonna go ahead and say it. Some sort of weird DBZ 3-way fusion dance? Is that a thing? Have they gotten to that point yet where they do that? Because normally it's just the 2, and they have 2 different types of fusions depending on how... Well, there's multiple. Well, actually, more than 2, but those are the 2 main ones. But, okay, cool, great, yeah, awesome. But, you know, that's kind of how... Okay, sure, whatever. That's true. Okay, I guess we're just gonna accept that. Excuse me? Suddenly the door swings open. Okay, so we all put that everybody has an inferiority complex comparatively to our Presidente. Monica. Sorry, I'm super sorry. There you are. I didn't mean to be late. I hope you guys weren't worried or anything. A scotch, a bit. But we just kind of assumed that you were, you know, getting all bounce, wow, wow, wow. And they all admitted how they feel like all 3 of them aren't together in combination as desirable as you are by yourself on your lonesome. So, that was the revealing. Monica chose the club over her boyfriend after all. Wow, okay, just say what probably didn't happen, but reveal the context of the conversation. That's fine, let's just get it out there. You're so strong-willed. Boyfriend? What on earth are you talking about? Monica quizzically glances at me. Like, you usually just tell the truth about everything. Never mind that. What held you up anyway? Well, my last period today was study hall. To be honest, I was just kind of lost track of time. Seems unusual for you. Maybe you have a project due. Still seems outside of your character, but I only know you for like 3 days in this year, and then the year before we were in the same class, so I don't know. Ahaha. That makes no sense though. You would have heard the bell ring at least. I must not have heard it since I was practicing piano. So, is your study hall not in like a room and you can just be like, I'm gonna go wherever I want? Whatever, fine. Piano? I wasn't aware you played music as well, Monica. Of course she does. That doesn't surprise me. It's more that as study hall, you can just be like, I'm gonna go to the band room and play piano now, because it's my study hall and I want to practice. And then you just see her and she's just like, fucking banging out some Mozart, like some real like heavy fucking dark shit. Just doing Phantom of the Opera, you know. I don't really. I kind of just started recently. I've always wanted to learn piano. That's so cool. You should play something for us, Monica. Monica looks at me. Maybe once I get a little bit better, I will. Yay! That sounds cool. I'd also look forward to it. Is that so? In that case, I won't let you down, Technique. Monica smiles sweetly. Again, she's the only one that has this sort of flirty motion, gesture, position art. I don't know if it's like she's technically like the oldest, and so it makes it more. I don't know. It's just, doesn't it seem strange that she's the only one that has this? Monica smiles sweetly. I didn't mean any pressure or anything like that. Like she has that, and then she has like almost like military standing at attention, and then she has like oh, well, I'm putting my finger out and saying something. It's just unusual posing. I've been practicing a whole lot recently, and I'd really love the chance to share once I'm ready. I see. In that case, best of luck. Thanks. So, I didn't miss anything, did I? I mean, you did miss, someone get hit in the face with a cookie. And then a sneaky hug turned into a stolen cookie nom. But, apart from that, not much. No, not really. I chose to leave out Sayori's mischievous escapade. But personally, that whole thing, I'm like, much more. You lean closer and closer to 5D chess. I'm sure Natsuki will end up complaining to her anyway. Yeah, probably. That's what she was doing before we all realized. Like, wait, where is she? It looks like everybody is already settled down. Sayori somehow already finished her entire cookie. I mean, somehow. Yuri is back to her book, and Natsuki disappeared into the closet. What is... That always seems to be where she chills, and there is a chair there. Is there some reason for that? Like, is it like a safe space? Like, I don't understand. Is it like a metaphor for something else? I'm really curious to talk to Yuri a little bit more, but at the same time, I would feel bad for distracting her from reading. Have you read any of the book? Probably not. I had to do the poems. I catch a glimpse of the cover of her book. It looks like the same book she lent to me. Okay, so that doesn't make me feel as bad, because it's highly unlikely she bought one she hasn't already read. She's reading it again. Maybe to sort of be like, I wonder where he's at. But it's sort of like we're reading it together if he's reading it, which I haven't been that I know of. But who knows? My character does things or doesn't. I don't know. More than that, she seems to be on the first few pages. That Maybe, okay, yeah. Seems safe to talk to her. Ah. Crap. I think she knows me looking at her. She sneaks another glance at me, and our eyes meet for a split second. And now they added the piano. Interesting. Okay. I don't... Maybe that was there before and I just didn't notice. Maybe that's new. But that only makes her hide her face deeper in her book. And then she's gonna peek out coyly. Sorry. I was just spacing out. Be honest. I muttered this, sensing I made her uncomfortable. No, she's just super shy and anxious and... Don't you think it's strange that she's starting the book that she gave to you? As an avid reader, you would assume, of the literature club, do you think that she didn't read the book that she gave to you? It's possible. Unlikely. More like she's rereading it. And even waited and staggered herself so that she would hopefully be on the same area as you at some... I mean, that seems to be the thought process, in my opinion. Oh, it's fine. If I was focused, then I probably wouldn't have noticed in the first place. Exactly. But I'm just rereading a bit of this, so... That's the book you gave me, right? Poor Ansa. You should have actually spent a little time just reading at least a little bit. Get into it a bit. I wanted to reread some of it. Not for any particular reason. Your blushes look different. Did the color change? You look less healthy with your blushes now, but maybe I'm just not seeing it right, or maybe the lighting is different because timing. Just curious, how come you have 2 copies of the same book? It's like, well, I had to buy a new one because I gave you mine. Or, I bought a new one for you. Because she didn't expect to get the one back from you. You probably would have tried to return it, and she would just say she's already got one. We've already got one. Well, when I stopped at the bookstore yesterday, that's not what I meant. I mean, I just happened to buy 2 of them. Yeah, whoops, I just, you know, how that happens all the time. You're at a store and just walk out with 2 of the same thing. It happens all the time. It seems really unlikely that you didn't read the book in the first... Okay, whatever. I see. There's something fairly obvious here that Yuri isn't telling me, but I decided to let it go. I'll definitely start reading it soon. I'm glad to hear. Once it starts to pick up, you might have a hard time putting it down. That's how a lot of books are. Sometimes they get you right away, and you're like, what? And then they can lose you, and sometimes it's like, there's a reason why this book is this long. Trust in the book. And then once you get to that point, you're like, damn it, book. I have things to do outside of reading you. Once it starts, yeah. It's a very engaging and relatable story. See, now it makes me wonder what the story is, but since I have basically no control over my character's actions except for writing poetry and the order in which I choose to share that poetry thus far, or who I choose to talk to, that's basically it. It's sort of a matter of people picking and word picking, which is not that great. But it's still fun. I still like it. Is that so? It's like, it just makes me wonder if this book is, like her poetry, some sort of hidden message, you know? What's it about, anyway? Yeah, you didn't give me a summary, and apparently I'm too dumb to read the back. Well, Yuri closes the book and scans her eyes over the back. Are you just trying to, like, summarize what it says there, or have you not read it? The book is titled Portrait of Markov. There's an ominous-looking eye symbol on the front cover. Okay, that... Okay. Alright. I just wanted to make sure I don't accidentally give anything away. Okay, it's like, yeah, I mean, I want to, it's better to rephrase the summary on the back because they won't say anything that's going to be a spoiler, and who knows how many times she's read it. Basically, it's about this girl in high school who moves in with her long-lost younger sister. But as soon as she does, her life gets really strange. She gets targeted by these people who escape from a human experiment prison. And while her life's in danger, she needs to desperately choose who to trust. No matter what she does, she ends up destroying most of her relationships, and her life starts to fall apart. It's kind of dark, isn't it? You already made it sound like it was going to be a nice story, so that dark turn came out of nowhere. Yuri gently giggles all of a sudden. Are you not a fan of that sort of technique? It's like, just didn't expect that. You said you like fantasy. This is like a noir thriller, you know, like... Okay. No, it's not that. I mean, I can definitely enjoy those kinds of stories, so don't worry. I hope so. Yeah, I totally forgot that Yuri is into those things. I thought she was into fantasy! I mean, there's dark fantasy, but this... It seems more... Oh, whatever, I don't know. She's so shy and reclusive on the outside, but her mind seems to be completely different. Yeah, she has that big librarian energy. Like, if you know, you know. It's just that those kind of stories, they challenge you to look at life from a strange new perspective. When horrible things happen, not just because someone wants to be evil, but because they have their own goals or their own philosophy that they believe in, then suddenly, when you thought you related to the protagonist, they're made out to be the naive one for letting their one-sided morals interfere with the villain's plans. That has got to be some sort of foreshadowing Chekhov's gun shit. Just saying, I don't know for sure, but that's such a weird thing to happen and say right now. I'm rambling, aren't I? Not again. I'm sorry. Hey, don't apologize. I haven't lost interest or anything. Well, I guess it's alright then. But I feel like I should let you know that I have this problem. When I let things like books and writing fill my thoughts, I kind of forget to pay attention to other people. So I'm sorry if I end up saying something strange. You do have like this trance-like state, I noticed when you were giving me advice on the poetry, which we have not discussed. But, you know, we have like a little bit of back and forth and stuff. Social period before we get to business. And please stop me if I start talking too much. I really don't think you need to worry. This just means you're passionate about reading. The least I can do is listen. It's a literature club after all. That's true. In fact, I might as well get started reading it, right? You don't have to. What are you saying? Just a moment ago, you said you were looking forward to it. Let me just get the book, and now we're gonna get to poetry time. I quickly retrieved the book that I had put into my bag. At least you're carrying it around with you. Alright, it's fine if I just sit here, right? I slip into the seat next to Yuri's. Aww. Yeah. Are you sure? You seem a little apprehensive. I'm sorry. It's not that I don't want you to. It's just something that I'm not very used to. That is, reading in company with someone. I see. Well, just tell me if I end up distracting you or anything. Alright. I open the book and start the prologue. I soon understand what Yuri means about reading in company. It's as if I can feel her presence over my shoulder as I read. It's not a particularly bad thing. maybe a little distracting, but the feeling is somewhat comforting. Yuri is in the corner of my eye. I realize that she's not actually looking at her own book. I glance over. It looks like she's reading from my book instead. Kawaii! That's so cute. She's like, I'll read at your pace. From your book. I've already read this book. I already know. It's fine. That's a weird sort of romantic cuteness. Like, I don't know how else to put that. Sorry. I was just... Yuri, you really apologize a lot, don't you? I do? I don't really mean to. Sorry. I mean... Here. This should work, right? I slide my desk up until... up against Yuri's, then I hold my book more between the two of them. Whew, it's getting hot and steamy up in here in Ludeland, where two potential handholders are gonna do the... Ooh, it's tandem reading of a weird, kind of creepy book that probably has no sexual context at all. But, you know, this is yeah. Woo! I suppose so. Yuri timidly closes her own copy. Yeah, no, like, honestly, from an actual, like, I'm making fun, but from a Japanese standpoint, at least from my, again, understanding of anime, this is actually quite a romantic, forward, sort of like a process of moving things forward in a more than just friendship way. You know? Like, it's like, you know, you share headphones or share anything. Sharing something and being in a closer proximity, you know, especially at a younger age and that sort of thing, but when you haven't done anything and you're, you know, single and all that, like, it has that, you know, more stronger connotation than it might. There's a level of personal space that is chosen to be consensually, like, conjoining the bubbles. I know I'm running out of time, so I have to end this before it continues. Like, I know I'm running out of time, so I'm going to stop real quick.